channel. Welcome to Vlogmas day 8. I decided to get on here and just film a little get ready with me because I was about to do my makeup and head out. So I've already moisturized my face. I'm going in with this primer here. Alright, so the primer that I'm using is this one here. It's from NARS. I really like this one. It gives your skin a nice radiant glow. I guess I will share some stories, some dating horror stories. I may make this a series and just talk about like dating in Houston, guys. Let's start with this, let's start with this situation because I was thinking about this the other day and I was just like, I cannot believe this happened. So anyways, one day, but me and my friend, we started going out a lot. We went through this phase where I felt like we were in a section almost every weekend, it seemed. We were really outside and we were just living our best life. We went to this lounge that was really cute. So you're like, yeah, let's get out. Let's go to this cute little lounge. So we go and these guys walk up to us. And one guy starts talking to my friend and his friend starts talking to me. And these are grown men, okay? These men are like in their 40s. While this guy came up, I was already talking to this other guy that was sitting next to me. And he was really nice. He got me a drink. We were just chilling, getting to know each other. We were the same zodiac sign. So we were really just kind of like vibing, you know what I mean? And so the friend of the guy that was talking to my friend, he's sitting off to the corner just looking. Like, you could tell he wanted to step in and speak, but he was like just sitting there looking. Like, I guess he was like talking to his friend that was talking to my friend, and so my friend's like, oh, he's trying to talk to you. Anyways, the guy that's talking to me, we're gonna call him John, and we're gonna call the friend of the guy that was talking to my friend, we're gonna call him Paul. Okay, John and I are just talking. He's really funny, so like I'm just laughing and like we're getting along. We have a lot in common, it seems. He says he's a doctor, and you know, he seems cool. So next thing you know, long story short, John gets up to go use the bathroom. So then here comes Paul. He comes up to me. He's like, why you doing me like that? And I'm like, doing you like what? What are you talking about? He's like, I've been trying to talk to you, but you got the little guy talking to you. Why are you ignoring me? I'm like, ignoring you? What are you doing? Like, what are you talking about ignoring me? You've been sitting here just watching me. He's like trying to talk to me while Paul is in the bathroom. And I'm just, you know, hearing him out. And he's talking about things like, oh, you know, I could change your life. I could change your life. I could pay bills. I could fly you out. I'm going to Dubai soon. Would you like to come out? All this stuff. Like, I could do this for you. We can go shopping. You've never been with a real man like me. You've never been with a real man like me. All this stuff. All this talk. And I'm just sitting there like listening, just like, okay. Talking about you can pay my bills. Well, my rent is. I'm just kidding. Stuff like that doesn't impress me. You say you can pay my bills. I can too. If you want to pay them, you know, my Cash App is send me some. But don't just sit here talking about how you can pay my bills and buy me stuff and take me shopping. What is that supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? Like, oh, okay, really? Okay. He's doing all this. Next thing you know, John comes back out the bathroom. He's like, oh yeah, I mean, I'm sitting here. And John's like, okay, I'm gonna let you keep talking with your friend. I'm gonna let you keep talking with your friend, but you know what's up. You know, I could change your life. And Paul's just sitting there like, and I'm just like, please leave. Like, you know, me and Paul were kind of vibing. Like, please go back and sit over there. And go on about your business. My friend and her little guy, they're getting along, they're laughing, and I'm just sitting here talking to Paul. And then Paul gets up to leave. We exchanged information. He gets up to leave. I'm like, oh my gosh, here he comes. He comes to sit. One second, let me look at my brows. So John leaves, and I'm like, oh my god, here comes Paul. Here he comes. So I'm like, all right. So Paul comes over, and he was related to this rapper. I'm not gonna say the rapper's name, but he's like, yeah, I'm related to this rapper. You don't believe me though. You don't believe me. And I'm like, okay. And he like tells his friend, he's like, nah, she'll find out. She'll find out. And I'm like, all right, okay. And so he's like, yeah, I'm 40 something years old. And that's my daughter, the bartender. And it kind of seemed like they were flirting. So I'm like, is that really his daughter? What are you talking about? He's like, yeah, I got kids, but I'm trying to like, you're so beautiful, da da da, you know, talking. So he's like, yeah, that's my daughter. I'm like, nah, that's not your daughter. He's like, no, look, she is. And then she's like, yeah, that's my daddy. That's my daddy. And I'm like, is that your daddy or is that your daddy? Like, which one? Then this girl, I noticed like a group of girls, like 2 or 3 girls, like 3 or 4 girls walking in. They don't look dressed like, not trying to, like they were dressed like casual, like they were just chilling. And they walk in, I'm like, what's going on? And they walk in looking mad. It's nutty, like, so in my head, I'm like, are they coming up to fight? Like, what's going on? So like in my head, I'm trying to process everything. I'm like, why are they walking towards us? Why are they looking like that? Why do they look like they're mad? What's going on? Whose man is this? Come get him, because I'm not even interested. So please don't. So anyways, they come up and they exchange words with John or Paul. They exchange words with Paul. And I'm sitting there like, next thing you know, the girl goes like, pop, pops him in the head, like knocks him in the head. And I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm over here like, oh. So then he's like, wait, I gotta go handle something. And like, so she bops him in the head and walks out. Her and her friends walk out. And I'm like, they don't say anything to me. They don't really like look at, like they don't say anything to me. They just walk out. And I'm like, okay. So then he's like, wait, I gotta go handle business. I gotta go handle business. I'm like, please get out my face. He goes outside. He comes back after a little bit. And then he comes back and sits next to me. I'm like, what was that about? Like, he's like, oh, that's just my employee. She was mad because I didn't pay her. I'm like, what? Your employee? So he's like, yeah, that's my employee. He's like, but I'm about to go. I gotta go handle this business. But let me get your information because I can change your life. Like, you're not ready for a man like me. I'm like, whatever. That night, around like 2, 3 in the morning, he's like, yeah, I had to leave like that. I had to go handle business. My employee was mad. So I'm like, okay. Long story short, he starts trying to hang out with me. I just don't like acknowledge, like I don't go through with it because it was just kind of weird. My friend would run into him and he would be like, why your friend acting like that? Why is she curbing me? And it's like, come on, like that was just some dumb stuff. Like, what? You got girls running up in here knocking you upside the head, talking about that's your daddy, that's my daughter. Like, what? Wait, huh? I don't know what you got going on, but to be honest, I'm not interested in being involved in any of this stuff because it just seemed like drama and it just seemed like chaos. So, one second, let me turn this light on. It's getting dark. It's like, I'm gonna take you to State 48. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna pay your bills. I'm like, oh my gosh. Like, I was kind of torn because I'm like, do I go along with it? You know, it could, maybe it's not that bad. Maybe, because he wasn't ugly, to be honest. He wasn't ugly. He was, you know, attractive for like an older man. But I just didn't like the way, honestly, to be completely honest, he was not unattractive. He was actually, he looked kind of good for like a man of his age. But he carried himself. I didn't like the way he carried himself, and I don't like the way he approached me. I heard from him for a little bit. And he, this is when things like really was like, what? So I didn't hear from him for a little bit. He was back and forth between like here and Louisiana. So me and my friend go out to this brunch spot on a Sunday, you know, Sunday fun day. And before we went, we were like, we have a feeling, because she was going through some stuff with the guy that was talking to her, and it was just like, we have a feeling we're about to run into these old guys, these old men, because everyone's always at this spot, and we just had a feeling we were gonna run into them. So we go to the spot, and I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta use the bathroom. So me and my friend go to the bathroom. Tell me why. We get scooped. Here he comes. Oh, long time no see. Why are you acting like that? And I'm like, oh my gosh. But it was packed, and we honestly wanted somewhere to sit. So he scoops us up and takes us to his section, gets us food, drinks, hookah. And I'm like, oh my goodness, here we go. Here we go. So then we're there. He's trying to talk. Oh, I'm sorry about the way that happened. Why you stop talking to me? So we're just talking. He's like, you know, if you let me spend the night. It's like, what's your favorite bag? What bag do you want? We could go shopping. I'm like, you know, my dream bag is the Dior saddle bag. I really want that bag. He's like, well, if you let me spend the night, I'll go get that bag for you. We could go shopping if you let me spend the night. Like, if you let me spend the night, I'm gonna get you the Dior saddle bag. And I'm like, what? So you're really trying to buy me with a bag? Let me spend the night. I will buy you the Dior saddle bag. Now, don't get me wrong. I would really love the Dior saddle bag. But I cannot be bought. And that's the problem with some of these guys here, is they really think that they can buy you. I was like, if you see me pop up with a Dior saddle bag, no, I sold my soul, because what type of mess, huh? Anyways, we continue chilling, hanging out, and then they get another section at this other spot. So we were really outside, and it was in the middle of the summer. We were outside. We leave the spot, and we go. So we get to the address, but before, when we get in his car, I'm a small town girl, okay? I came from a small town, you know, I'm like a sweet, innocent girl, okay? So being here in Houston, I feel like I've seen a lot of things, and I really like I said, I've stepped out of my comfort zone. So we get in his car, and I look down, and I see a gun. Blasting music, dancing, and I'm just in my head like, oh my gosh, like he was driving crazy. We ended up going to the address. That was fun. Who was just like really trying me, like all on me. He had this other girl. I'm like, what's going on? So I'm drinking, having a good time, and then he just starts getting really like trying to like grab me and stuff. I'm like, long story short, guys, I ended up having to like kind of square up on him. Like so I'm like wearing his glasses. We're just in this section, like right next to the, like on stage, and it's fun. It's actually really fun. Standing on couches. But then like, he was just really starting to irritate me. I don't like the way he was acting. So anyways, he was getting mad because I had to go. Like I had work the next morning. Like it was getting late. Like I needed to go home, like get ready for the next day. I was already lit. Like I gotta get ready for work the next morning. So I was trying to leave. He was like, no, why are you leaving? I got this sales section for you, and now you're trying to leave. I spent on this section, and now you're trying to leave. I'm like, I gotta work. Like I gotta go. I was already there for so long. So I was getting up to go. He was following me and my friend out, and me and him start getting into it outside, and my friend's like, don't let me have to step in, and we're getting into it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so embarrassing. This is not me. I'm over here about to square up on this guy outside of this club. Like, this is not me. So then like my Uber pulls up, we're leaving, he's like, yo, give me my glasses. So I like hand him his glasses, like, you really, like, okay, here's your glasses. What? I wasn't trying to take them, but okay. He really had me messed up. I was really about to fight. Me and him were really about to fight. So anyways, we leave. Days, weeks pass, then he reaches out to me. He's like, I'm so sorry about that. That wasn't me. Please give me another chance. Please give me another chance. I'll make plans for us. I'm like, never talk to that man again. Like, he really had me messed up. Hey guys, I'm so sorry. My camera literally died, shut off. So I just finished the rest of my makeup and now I'm about to do my lips. I'm so sorry. If anything, I'll film another get ready with me. I outline my lips using this Huda Beauty Rich Brown lip liner, and I fill it in with this Kylie in the shade Exposed matte lipstick. Put on my Fenty Glass Slipper lip gloss on top of it. So that is the end of this vlog and get ready with me. Like I said, I'll be sure to show you guys another get ready with me since my camera died in the middle. But I still hope you enjoyed this vlog. If you want to see what I end up wearing to dinner tonight, be sure to check out my next one. And yeah guys, I will talk to you guys in literally the next video. I'm gonna go ahead and end this vlog here and start Vlogmas Day 9. So yeah guys, I will talk to you guys tomorrow in the next vlog. Bye guys.